Welcome back everyone, my name is Lee from Leslie's Kitchen. Today we're going to make sweet and sour pork. We're going to make it like the good old days. So this is naturally sweetened and we'll be using the air fryer as well to make our life a lot easier. So today we're going to make sweet and sour pork. So this recipe we used to make as a family back when I was a kid. We used to make a homemade fried rice and homemade sweet and sour pork. So this recipe is really good because it uses staple ingredients at home and you don't need any specialty ingredients. The other great thing is I'm going to be actually cooking the pork in the air fryer rather than deep frying. So it's going to be a lot healthier for a lot of people and it's going to be a lot easier as well. So firstly, we're going to slice up the pork and get that cooking. So I'll be using pork scotch fillet today. And it's actually reasonably priced. This was only about, I think, $11 or $12, so reasonably priced. You could definitely use chicken breast if you really want to, or fried chicken would go really good with it. But I'm going to do it the way we used to as kids, and we're going to have pork with it. And now we're going to slice this into bite-sized pieces. Probably about that big. So now we're going to place the pork into a bowl. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of sesame oil. I'm also going to add some salt and pepper to these. Now we're going to give that a really good stir, make sure all that oil is all covered in the meat. Then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of corn flour. I'm using arrowroot, but that's almost the same thing. Make sure all that pork is being covered in that flour. Alright, that looks about it there. Now we've got our air fryer rack. Now we're going to pour all this onto the rack and try to get that into a single layer. Then we need to grab some oil now. I put olive oil in a refillable spray bottle and it works fantastically. We're going to liberally spray the pork with the oil. Then we're going to put this into our air fryer and we're going to cook it for about 20 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. And that's about 300 and it's about 375. After about 10 minutes, we want to make sure we take out the rack and just give that a good shake and then cover it again with another bit of spray oil and just make sure that's all liberally covered in oil and just let that go for about 20 minutes in the air fryer. Now we're going to make the sauce and it's so easy to make. Now the sweet and sour sauce is so easy to make. So I've just got a saucepan here and the first ingredient is a tin of pineapple. So this is in pieces in its own juice. Well, actually, I just found out it's actually in slices, so I'm going to have to cut up this pineapple. So first, we just pour the juice into there. Then we've got 1/3 of a cup of tomato sauce. Tomato sauce to us is like ketchup, except it's a lot less sweeter. Then we're going to add 2 cloves of garlic, two tablespoons of soy sauce, and 1.5 tablespoons of vinegar, just normal white distilled vinegar. Now we're going to put this onto the stove, we're going to warm it up, and then we're going to add some corn flour to thicken it up. Now all the ingredients have now been warmed up. Now we can add a tablespoon of corn flour to about a 1/4 cup of water. Then we're just going to stir that in. Then we're going to pour that in. And just make that into a nice sauce. Now I've added the pineapple that I've now chopped up. And you can see how nice and thick that is now. That sauce is now done. So with the carrots, I'm going to slice them in half. And then I'm going to cut them into long patterns. Now I've got a whole onion here, and we're just going to quarter it and just slice it. What I'm going to do is just cut that in half again, and then we're just going to slice that. Now, last thing you'll need is capsicum or red bell pepper. Now, I slice and freeze my capsicum, so I'm going to use that today, but just maybe 1 capsicum that's been sliced into pieces. And then when the pork's ready, we're going to put it all into a stir fry and be done. Now the pork is ready, we can do our stir fry. And it's going to take next to no time. So now I've just got a frying pan heating on high, and I'm going to add some oil. So I'm just using a light olive oil for this. Once the oil's heated through, we're going to add our carrot and onions. And we just want to fry these off until they're softened. So now our onions and carrots now soften a little bit. Now we're going to add the capsicum. And I'm just putting these in straight from frozen. They go beautifully in a stir fry. And just let these cook off, and then we'll add our sauce and the pork. Now the veggies had time to cook off, now we can add our sauce. Now the sauce has come back to a boil. Now we add the pork. I tried some of the pork, it tastes really good. The air fryers almost make it taste even better. There we go, it's ready to serve. Just like the good old days. So I've just served my sweet and sour pork with some brown rice. Am I one of those people that really like brown rice over white rice? Let's give it a go. I have to say, it takes me back to my childhood years ago when we used to do our cheap Chinese at home, fried rice, sweet and sour pork. This reminds me so much of it, and it's so good. It's going to be a family meal that is so easy to make, and everyone's going to enjoy it. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a good old like. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.